Hi everyone, welcome back to MUS119. We're going to talk about Module 3E, and this is about understanding key relationships, parallel versus relative. So, do you remember in the circle of fifth, we're talking about how C major has no flat, no sharps, and also A minor has no flat, no sharp. Well, this is the example of relative keys. So a relative major and minor use the same notes but start on different notes. So a C major scale contains the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And A minor contains the notes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, back to A. Okay, so you can see that these sound different, but they have the same key signatures, same number of sharps or flats. So these are relative keys. So how do we find relative keys? Well, to find the relative minor of a major key, go down 3 half steps. So if we're trying to find C major, the relative minor of C major, you just have to go down 3 half steps. So from C, 1, 2, 3. C major is, C major and A minor. These are going to be relative keys. Okay, let's use a different example. So here we have B major and G sharp minor. Does it work that way? So we have B major, which is here. Go down 1, 2, 3. It's going to be G sharp. So remember this though. You would always skip a letter name. So a letter means, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. If we're trying to find the relative minor of B major, you would always skip that one letter and you will get some form of G. So that's because we're going down 3 half steps. Okay. Now, when you want to find the relative major of a minor key, it's the opposite. You go up 3 half steps. So for example, if you take D minor, let's say you are in D minor, right? If you look at the circle of fifth, D minor would have just one flat. So from D minor, you go up 3 half steps. 1, 2, 3. That's going to be F major. Okay, so I like to just use this sad character from Inside Out to remember that, hey, if you are sad, then you go down, right? Your mood, your emotions go down. So if you want to find the relative minor, minor is a sad key. If you're trying to find sadness, then you go down 3 half steps. Okay, so why don't we just write them out? So let's take B major, for example. B major, let's write it out. B major, what's the key signature? Well, if you remember the circle of fifth, I'm going to draw a very, very, very simple one. So, I think we still should write the hours in. So we have C, fat cats go down and eat birds. C has no flat, no sharps. G has 1 sharp. D has 2, A has 3, E has 4, B has 5. So B has 5 sharps. And what's the order of sharps? Easy. Fat cats go down and, right? So fat is F, cat C, go G, down D, and fat cats go down and A. Okay, and then this is B major. We just have to start from B, C, D, E, F, G, A, another ledger line. So you have, that's B major. But what about G sharp minor? Well, remember these are relative keys, so they will have the same notes, which means they have the same key signatures. So the same thing, just transfer it down. Fat cats go down and instead of starting from B, we have to start from G, right? That's the second line. So that's G, A, B, C sharp, D, and D sharp, E, F sharp, and G sharp. So these two are relative. So just note that they have the same key signature, okay? Same key signature. And same notes. All right, that's B major and G sharp minor. So here's the circle of fifth again, if you need to use it as a reference, but I don't think we need it for now. So next is parallel keys. Oh, actually, we do need to look at it because C major and A minor are relative keys. G major and E minor are relative. D and B minor, A major, F sharp minor, E major, C sharp minor. Okay, so they're at the same position. Yeah, if you look at the circle of fifth, you can easily find out that they are relative. Okay, moving on. Parallel keys. A parallel major and minor have the same starting notes, but different notes in the scale. What does that mean? C major has a parallel minor, which is C minor. And we like to add this little bar to just show, very clearly visually that, hey, this is minor. So C major and C minor are parallel keys. So notice that C and, they're both the same starting note, right? C major, which just sounds like C minor, sounds sad right away. So that's C major and C minor. These are parallel keys. They use different key signatures and sound more contrasting. Okay, now let's have a look. So how to find parallel keys? Well, it's simple. Just take a major key and turn it into minor using the same starting note. So C major, which is going to be, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. I'm singing in a wrong key. Well, close enough. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And C minor is going to be, if you go and count those whole step, half steps, right? It's gonna have you're gonna get C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, and then C. So that's C minor. Well, C major has no flat, no sharp. So if you were to write this on the staff, it would just be simply C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then C. But C minor, if you go back to the circle of fifth, you will find out that it has 3 flats actually. Okay, so 3 flats. How do you remember which 3 notes are flat? Well, fat cats go down and eat birds. Because it's flat, we go the opposite direction. 3 flats, that's the first 3 notes. B, E, A. B flat, E flat, A flat. So again, let's just write out everything. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. It's going to be first E flat, A flat, and B flat. That's. And you can also write the key signature, which starts from B and then E and then A. So B flat, E flat, and then A. And then you can write the notes without the accidentals. Okay, so remember, parallel means same starting note. It's like day versus night, right? It's the opposite, the parallel. So D major, D minor, E major, E minor, D flat major, D flat minor. That's parallel. And they would have different key signatures, but same starting pitch. All right, so here is the circle of fifth again. So let's look at this. We have C major and C minor is here. That's like, I don't know what you would call this relation. It's like, I don't know. You come up with something. So if you take another D major, D minor is here. And then if you take E major, E minor is here. Okay, well, I think my visual representation of whatever I'm trying to explain is just making it much harder to understand. But you get the idea, right? C major, C minor, D major, D minor, E major, E minor. And I don't think you really need to, try to see how the geometric shape tells you something. It doesn't really matter. But in any case, you know now that there's relative and parallel. So, all right. Good luck in your assignments. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me anytime. And I hope you have a great rest of your week. Take care.